First thing I did is took the cotter pins out of there, and on the bottom down here, this is loose. That's part of the problem. And this adjuster is bent. If you look at it like that. So I want to get this back tire off, see if there's any brakes in there. So let's get this tire off. Okay, I got the wheel off. And on the sprocket side here, it's got little nubbies on it, which go into there. It's a rubber mount. And the brake drum side, with this being loose here, it's not grabbing properly. So no wonder it's not working. So what I'm going to do is take it off and set it inside the wheel here. And put it on the proper one so it's going to bite, and sort of line it up and then tighten it and make sure it's not going to slip. Okay, what I did is I pulled it off and I backed it up a little bit. So see where it says brake limit, wear limit, brake lining wear limit? That means when you pull this little line here shouldn't go past there. So I set this a couple notches past that, just because it might be a little bit worn out, but it gets a little bit extra life out of these shoes, because I don't have any shoes right now, but I would like back brakes. So I'm going to put this back together and see if I can get the back brakes to work like that now. Not too hard of a fix, but what you got to make sure is that both this side and this side are both biting on the teeth, and that the bolt lines up down the middle, and they bolt, and it clamps together evenly. Otherwise it's just going to pull on one of these and it'll start stripping this. Once this is stripped, you're messed up. You have to find a new piece. The chain tensioner here, it goes right there, seems to be stripped. They had a whole bunch of washers on there, so I do have a tap and die while this is all apart. And I do myself a favor and see if I can fix the threads on this, save myself a big headache. Now if you're storing a bike, this is a great tool to have. A tap and die set. This is M8x1. It did clean it up quite a bit. It's hard to tell in the picture here. Let's see if it'll focus. No. Anyways, it helped out a lot. I did the nut and the bolt for the tensioner. But even these, if you're doing the screws, another great tool is an impact driver, which is a screwdriver that you hit with a hammer. I had mine, and look at this, broken bit. Now, if this bit broke, imagine trying to get the screw out with a regular screwdriver, not a chance. So, impact driver, great tool to have if you're restoring a motorcycle. It's actually, you have to have one. Just a little tip, before you put the chain on, get the back brake in here before you put on the stabilizer bar down here, and then slide the wheel into place, and it will work a little easier. No, this is gonna go on this side. You'll get it though, not a big deal. I'll show you in a second when it's all set up. Cute little story, when I first met my partner, you see the lock washer here? I had a whole jar of these, and she put them all in the vise and straightened them because she thought they were broken. Like 100 of them. She said she fixed all my washers for me. I thought that was so cute. I laughed for a long time, and we always still talk about it to this day. Thanks, Debbie. Next, I want to clean out the exhaust pipe, because I seem to be getting some oil dripping out of it. Oh, I see the oil plug's leaking too. Damn it. Anyways, I got some oil dripping out of here. So I want to make sure this connection's done properly and seated as good as I can get it. So I will show you what it looks like when I get in there. The way you get in there is, this is a big nut here, a big nut. And I'm going to try to just put the punch in there and tap it loose. Should come out pretty easy. Oops. I think that's part of the reason for the exhaust leak there. See how the clamp's bent right there? And it's bent right there. So I'm going to find a round piece of pipe, see if I can straighten this clamp out and reseal this right here. But actually there's no oil in it at all. It's pretty clean. So I'll do that and get it back together and see if I can fix that exhaust leak. And there's a little washer here that goes up at the top right there. Ba-bang, bada bing, Bada boom. Hate air leaks. Anyways, I found the right size socket for it, and I remolded the clamp around the pipe, and that seems to work pretty good. And then I straightened out both these sides of the clamp, and just don't over tighten it. I think people over tighten it and it distorts it, and it's not going to seal as good. I mean, it's only a little rubber gasket in there. You don't need it 50 foot-pounds. Okay, the goal here is a leak in the tank here, so I'm going to remove some paint, probably up to about here. I want to repaint the tank anyway. See how this used to be red? Somebody put black duct tape over there, and they painted black over the forks in the headlight. If you look up Suzuki, I'll put a picture of it, when it's supposed to look like red, it's a really pretty bike. It's so pretty. Anyway, so I'm going to repaint the tank anyway, and I want to get this dent out. So I'm going to weld this up. Now to do that, I've rinsed it out with water, but you're supposed to fill it up with water as for the fumes not to explode. Even though it's not supposed to do anything, I always get a little bit nervous. So maybe I'll record it just in case I explode. It made great content watching me blow up. Just to get ready, I grinded this brake backing plate. It's fairly thin too, and it's rusted, just similar to the gas tank. And I set up the welder, and that's what I did right there. So I'm pretty sure the settings are right for this. Let's see. Perfect. I moved a bit of a hole in there. Okay, I'm only doing a spot about that long anyway, so should be good. Already blew a hole to the right. Okay, that's what it looks like right now. Where are you? I can't see. There, that's what it looks like right now. I'm gonna grind it. It's hard to line it up. Let's go like this. Okay, here's a better shot. I mean, it's not so pretty, but I'm gonna grind it and see what happens. So it leaked right there. So I grinded it down. I'm gonna try fixing that again, and then maybe I'll grind a little V in it and then I'll put some weld in there and grind it again. Yeah, that's exactly what I did. I popped a hole through it, so I'm gonna try and weld it now that it's got some weld in there or something better for it to stick through. Hopefully I don't blow another hole through it. So my fiberglass here was a little bit gooey, so I just take a bit of acetone and mix it in there, and it's good again. So I got the weld to where I want it, and I'm gonna put some fiberglass in there to smooth it out. Okay, there was a dent here, and what I did is I welded on a screw. I used the slide hammer and pulled it out the best I could. Then I put some fiberglass reinforced putty in there, and then you take the cheese grater and you just grate most of it off until you get this hole filled in. This one here is where I welded it up to. That one doesn't leak. So once I get one more coat right there, then it can be sanded and butter, but I want to test it with gas in it next. So, because gas is thinner than water, but I'm done all the grinding and welding, so I can dump the water out, dry it out, and put some gas in it and make sure it's all good. And then there'll be no more dents in it. I can sand it, paint it. This is going red, that's going red, that's going red. And I'm gonna clean up all the chrome and the tank and everything, and then first of all I'm gonna test drive everything and make sure it goes good first. Then I'll concentrate on the aesthetics, make sure it looks super pretty. What was gonna be a quick day in the shop, 4 hours later, started getting leaks all up here, little pinhole leaks. I put the tank on the bike and put some gas in it, and I look at the floor, all of a sudden the whole floor is wet all over here. So I've been fixing little pinhole leaks, but I think I've got it figured out now onto there. But that's what this is for, is testing it out to make sure that we've got everything before I start painting. Well, that concludes work for today. I'm gonna finish putting it back together. I'm exhausted. I'm gonna put the covers on, but I think I might end this video. In next video, I'm going to do the paint and detailing and clean it up. I'm gonna polish some of the covers, take the dents out there, fix the dent in there, fix it up and get it ready to look, make it look good. And then I'm gonna order some turn signals for it and a brake light, and I wanna insure this thing, get it on the road. I mean, it does 60 miles. I did 60 miles an hour in second gear there in that video. Doing 60 kilometers an hour in second gear. So I'm sure it's gonna do 60, 75 miles an hour, just like it says, but it's scary going that fast on this little thing. And there's no brakes right now either, so I gotta fix the brakes, but that's all for now. Neat little bike.